Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to CNN Nightly News. I'm Max Skoglund.
And I'm Friedman, and tonight we are talking about the government shutdown. For all those who don't know, a government shutdown is when,
it's when the Congress can't decide on the budget and don't pass it before the deadline. Once the government goes into shutdown, they stop several unnecessary services, and government employees are temporarily furloughed.
The current government shutdown started October 1st and was caused by a bipartisan Congress. More specifically, a Republican House of Representatives and a Democratic Senate.
The Republicans' goal is to delay the passage of Obamacare, and the constant arguing between the two parties has caused gridlock.
John Boehner, the Speaker of the House, has talked on how he will not negotiate as he thinks it is not fair.
He believes that in this representational democracy, that his and the other Republicans' views should not be dismissed so easily, and therefore they will not let up.
Alright, now I'll send it over to Mickey with our live street segment of the question of the day.
Hiya, this is Mickey Ulmer reporting live in Washington, D.C. I'm here talking with Lucas Lima. Do you understando un governmento shutdown is?
Yo no understando. I'm just playing. I understand what a government shutdown is. And as you can see, I actually speak English very well.
Okay. Back to you, Max and Steven at the studios.
Mickey, we're going to need a little bit more information than that.
Okay, fine. Lucas, tell me what you know about the government shutdown.
I know that due to the separation of powers created by the United States Constitution, Congress has the power of the purse. Or in other terms, they control government spending as well as the budget. If Congress isn't able to pass a budget that everyone agrees on, then the government gets shut down until they get it done, until they all can agree.
So what is your opinion on the shutdown?
I don't mind it that much since services like the Social Security and Medicare aren't stopped, but they are delayed because the employees of different executive departments are being furloughed.
Okay, thank you, Lucas. Back to Max and Steven.
Okay, welcome back. We have just received a call from a watcher asking what the effects of a government shutdown are.
Well, one effect of the shutdown is that all national parks, Smithsonian museums, and zoos are closed until Congress can pass the bill.
Oh gosh, are you serious? That means no pandas.
Unfortunately, that is true. No pandas.
Well, luckily enough, we have a live panda in the studio today, brought from the National Zoo. Can we get him over here? Right here? Yeah? Alright, this is the gray panda from the National Zoo exhibit. We're really lucky to have him here at the studio today. It's going to be a great show. Yep. Not only are we missing out on great animals like the panda, but media and public opinion are both affected by the shutdown, as well as the other way around.
Yes, the media and public opinion can just as easily affect the shutdown. If the shutdown continues, external efficacy will continue dropping.
Exactly. How can they trust the government will respond to its citizens when they can't even pass a budget? Eventually, that could change Congress's opinion and make them think more about what their constituents want rather than their party.
Media also plays a role in the shutdown, as they are the gatekeeper and watchdog.
They control what the public sees by showing clips from debates and watching over the actions of Congress and furthering the development of the shutdown.
If it weren't for the media, the public would be a lot less educated on what is happening during the shutdown.
Another one of the main effects is that around 800,000 Americans across the country will be furloughed from their jobs.
Yes, people are mad about how many Americans are just sitting at home, wasting that time that could be spent trying to fix problems across the country. Although most government employees get paid during the shutdown, the lack of services and work being done will affect the economy and the business cycle.
Now on to how communism plays a part in the government shutdown.
Hold that thought, Max. I'm being told that one of our reporters, Eric, is meeting with the President Obama on the government shutdown.
Hello, I'm Eric Blautzik. Today we are at the White House to interview Mr. President Barack Obama. So, Mr. President, can you give us a little more in depth of the lawmaking process and why it's so hard to pass?
Sure. Well, it all starts in the White House, where all appropriations bills are created. After it is passed through the House, it must be approved by the Senate. This is where we encounter problems due to the bipartisan Congress.
I see. So what role do you take in the lawmaking process?
Well, once Congress works out the differences in the conference committee, the bill will come to me where I can sign it or veto it.
So what happens when you veto it?
Well, it goes back to Congress where it can be rewritten, or the veto can be overturned by a 2/3 vote of both the houses.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Do your best to get us out of this shutdown. All right. Back to you, Max and Steven, at the studio.
Thanks, Eric. Well, that was quite an interesting interview, huh, Steven?
Yes, President Obama seemed very willing to help out in solving this national crisis. That is, the government shutdown.
Yes, very interesting. But unfortunately, that is all we have for today. But thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.
This has been Stephen Friedman
And Max Skoglund
reporting to you live from the CNN studios.
I'm Megan Carl and I approve this message.